things first. I'm just gonna start the thread right behind the 2 beads. And when they commercially tie this, they do it different. So I like to go right behind the beads, start the thread, literally just do like 4 wraps, 5 wraps, something. Clip the waist. You get your Z-Lon or your floor fibers better, but you do more than you think. You do like 8 strands, maybe? And you just tie it on an angle right there. Am I still in focus?
Yes, you're good.
Okay, I'm just gonna go and tie it right behind there. Let it hang kind of on an angle. I'm literally gonna do, whoops, I'm moving, Dave. I better tighten myself down. Okay, so I'm literally gonna put that on there like that. Get rid of that, and then I take my wire. Same thing, I'm gonna keep it really thin. Hardly any wraps. You can actually undo that a little bit. And I'm just gonna go right on top like that. Barely, and I'm gonna go down about here. I'm gonna pull that wire down. I'm just gonna pull that wire down to about there. I'm gonna bring my thread back up. So I wanna keep my shuck thinner than this. So I'm actually gonna go in and trim it right now. Do it about half the thickness. So I'm just gonna take that shuck. Well, now I got this really thin shuck. I took it about down to half. Actually, I got like 3 strands. So now I'm gonna do is grab those and continue wrapping to the back. And bring it back. This is actually a lot bigger than I've tied them. All mine are 20s and 22s. Just gonna cover that up, but it keeps it thin. This is actually huge. And then I go between that like that, leave my thread there. So the commercial one, they actually cut that off, slide the bead back, and cover the wrap of the wire. But I'm gonna pull it over. So we're just gonna, I always go whichever way doesn't move the shuck. So if I go underneath and it's pulling it, I'll go the other way. So it wants to go this way. All right, get my bearings. A little shaky. I might need some sort of relaxant. Anyway, I'm gonna go right there. Actually, I like to take this guy between it, right there. And it's holding its own. I'm just gonna put a couple wraps on it. I hate twirling it. Fine wire you can, but it moves it so much. I don't like to twirly bear, but you can if you want. Sometimes I'll just break it, but I like to take a bad scissor and just cut it. Probably not gonna see that. And I'll just take my nail and jam it down. Nope, I can see it sticking up. Can you see it? It's big. Okay, I'm gonna cover it a few times. Now all I'm gonna do is make a jump. So I'm literally gonna put my finger here. I'm just gonna make a jump it in between there. Get a few wraps. If you make this little canyon space, your legs will go better. It's all thread pressure. And I'm just gonna take this, take it up over the top. Just like that. And then just 1 wrap, maybe 1 more, get it kind of level, and then I'm gonna split it. What's cool is this way you won't waste your back. I'm gonna go ahead and cut that. You should have a few more fibers in the back. I cut it a little short. And then, I'm just gonna split this guy. Kind of split him. And just go back with a turn, back with a turn. And then just a whip. It's all thread tension here. If you go too heavy, it'll poke them out. So just put a whip on it. All right. And then every one of these, I put a little thing of Sally's on the thread, right on top. I'm just gonna put that. Okay. Now I'm just gonna cut this about half the length of the body. If I can hold still for 2 damn seconds. Okay, there we go. See that? Right? Does that look all right? You guys can see it better than me.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool? So the commercial one, they'll actually tie the body, then they'll push the bead back, and then they restart the thread between the 2 beads. But I just find the jumps much funner, quicker, and in the endless combinations, it's ridiculous. This fish is so good too. It's a stupid little bug. And I just went blue and olive. My shuck's kind of off though, isn't it? But also because that's extra fine wire, every time I'll put sallies on it, because first fish it'll move that wire. So I'll always put a drop, just a drop of sallies on the head. I'll go right on the top, just a little drop right on there. Then I'll actually take it and put on the body. And that way, you guys can probably see what I'm doing better than I can. I'm just guessing. That look all right? You can see the contrast, but the best ones are a gray with a black wire, two milky beads, and then the other one's the 2 purple beads, and the purple beads are really hard to find, but black. Everything else black. Black fluorofiber, black thread, and then silver wire. Does that look okay, Dave?
Looks good.
All right, there you go. There's my warm-up. I'm glad I didn't start with the 24 pheasant tail.